Cancer Holistic Guidance, Part 45. Dr. Dilip Gadgil, Pune. In the last segment, we were discussing Yukti Krutabal, which depends on diet, exercise, and yoga. In terms of diet, I recommend eating natural food. The food that we eat right now comes from a farming culture that relies on hybridization, fertilizer, and pesticides. This is the main reason why our immunity is so low. It is better to turn towards natural farming practices and eating organic food. Consuming indigenous cow milk, eating natural food, using natural manure and cow dung for farming crops can help this bid. It is assumed that doing so would impact our income and not suffice the country's population. And hence, hybridization was introduced. However, this outlook is wrong. A lot of people have conducted research on this subject and they reckon that using natural farming practices can help provide food for the entire population of our country. Every person's needs can be sufficiently fulfilled. Using food wisely and avoiding wastage is very important in this regard. In the United States alone, 33% of the food is thrown away on a daily basis. We can see this trend in India, too. What surprises me is people's attitude towards food. In a buffet dinner setup, you can take as much food as you need, right? But I have seen people take more than what they require and then the leftover food is inevitably thrown away. This trend needs to change and it requires a change in mindset. It is critical that we only create or produce as much food as people require, and not more. Eating leftover food the next day is also an unhealthy practice. If you end up eating a little less, that is okay. But wastage should be avoided at all costs. Another feasible option is feeding leftover food to animals and birds. If we adopt natural farming, it will suffice the entire country and I'm sure there will be no shortage. How much food does an individual need? The concept of religious fasting is followed in order to be closer to God. However, I believe the best way to do so is through the meditative repetition of a prayer or a divine name. But the concept of fasting has changed dramatically. Eating some things is considered okay, while other things are not supposed to be eaten on the day of the fast. This kind of fasting is actually an attack on our body's Agni or digestive system. Let's discuss this in the next part.